Alright, look at the logo on your screen. Harley-Davidson. What's the first thing that pops into your head? Be honest. Chrome, right? Leather vests, forward foot controls, a big, heavy, air-cooled V-twin cruising down Route 66, an exhaust note loud enough to set off car alarms 3 blocks away. This is Americana on 2 wheels. What you don't usually think of is an apex hunter. You're not picturing knee sliders, clip-on handlebars, or extreme lean angles. But my friends, times are changing in Milwaukee. We've heard the whispers, we've seen the renders, and today we're taking a deep dive into something that shouldn't exist, but very much does. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about the absolutely wild 2026 Harley-Davidson 752RR, codenamed Ontario. Before we get into the bike itself, we need to address the elephant in the room, Harley and sport bikes. It's a complicated relationship. It's not like they've never tried. Hardcore fans will remember the VR1000 from the 90s, a seriously cool superbike contender that, unfortunately, was plagued with bad luck on the racetrack. And then, of course, there was the Buell era. Eric Buell was basically Harley's rebellious teenager, stuffing massive Sportster engines into compact sport bike frames, with fuel stored inside the frame itself. Those bikes were brilliant, but Harley's core customer base at the time just didn't quite get them. So for decades, Harley stayed in its lane. They built the best cruisers in the world and let the Japanese and European brands dominate the sport segment. But fast forward to the 2020s. The motorcycle market is global now. To survive, you need volume, and you need small to mid-displacement bikes for Asia and Europe. You can't survive forever selling only $30,000 baggers. Enter QJ Motor. This massive Chinese conglomerate became a strategic partner for Harley-Davidson. The first fruits of that partnership, let's be honest, were the X350 and X500. Realistically, these bikes were basically rebadged Benellis, since QJ owns Benelli. They're decent commuter bikes. They wear the bar and shield logo and serve a purpose. But did they shake the world? Were they true sport machines built to chase Ducatis through mountain roads? Of course not. They were the safe move. But we were all waiting for the unsafe move. The bold one. The exciting one. And that's where 2026 comes in. Rumors say Harley executives realized the X-Series bikes failed to capture the passion of the sports segment. They needed something more visceral. So they went back into QJ's parts bin, this time digging much deeper. They skipped the commuter platforms and went straight to the Italian cousin. They looked at the larger Benelli platforms, specifically the architecture behind the Benelli 752S, a respected middleweight naked bike with a gorgeous trellis frame and a punchy parallel twin engine that, thanks to its crankshaft firing order, sounds suspiciously like a V-twin. The brief for 2026 was simple. Take that capable chassis, give it a Milwaukee-designed studio makeover, wrap it in premium materials, and build the first true Harley sport bike in a generation. The project was named Ontario, and the result is this, the 752RR. Take a look at this thing. I know it's still a render. I know the design is controversial. But you can't deny this bike has presence. The first thing that hits you is the classic Harley orange and black livery, but executed in a way we've never seen before. Aggressive. Let's break down the design language. Up front, there's no full superbike fairing. Instead, you get a beautiful neo-retro half fairing that flows directly into a muscular fuel tank. It gives off cafe racer vibes, but modernized for the 21st century. Look closely at the materials. That texture on the top of the tank and the tail section? That's carbon fiber weave. Harley is not messing around here. They're aiming for a premium feel to justify that logo on the tank. Move lower, and the centerpiece is the exposed black-painted steel trellis frame. This is straight out of the Italian sport bike playbook. It looks stiff, technical, and perfectly frames the engine. We don't have official specs yet, but the 752 name almost certainly confirms the use of the 754 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin from QJ/Benelli. In its current tune on other bikes, it makes around 75 to 80 horsepower. This isn't a 200 horsepower superbike killer, but in a chassis this light, that's a perfect recipe for backroad fun. Now let's talk hardware, because this is where the RR really earns its name. Up front, you've got big gold anodized upside-down forks that look like fully adjustable, high-end units. And check out the brakes. Radial-mounted Brembo calipers biting down on large dual discs. This is serious stuff. Out back, there's a proper-looking monoshock with a yellow spring, likely an Öhlins or high-spec KYB unit, hooked up to a stout swing arm. And I love the exhaust. Instead of a massive, ugly €5 plus compliant can hanging off the side, they went with a pair of short, stacked pipes exiting just behind the rider's foot peg. It cleans up the rear end dramatically, and it probably sounds incredible. The riding position is pure sport. High rear set foot pegs, low clip-on bars. You're folded over that carbon tank. This is not a touring bike. This is a corner-attacking machine. So there it is. The 2026 Harley-Davidson 752 RR Ontario. A Harley that isn't a cruiser. An Italian sportbike heart wrapped in an American leather jacket. A strange but fascinating hybrid that could only exist in today's global motorcycle industry. Will traditional Harley fans buy it? Probably not. But are they trying to steal customers from Yamaha, Aprilia, and Ducati? Absolutely. I want to know what you think. Is this heresy against the bar and shield? Or is this exactly the kind of bold risk Harley-Davidson needs to take to stay relevant? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate it.